Hey guys, Laura's back in here for Tech Country. Today we're going to be checking out the Porsche Taycan. Thank you to RTEP commenting and subscribing. If you want to be the next video shout out, please make sure to subscribe and leave a comment of whatever you want me to really say in the video. Now, as in the making of this video, today was the day they announced the Porsche's first electric car. It's called the Porsche Taycan. Now, just like any other car release, there's different versions. So there's 3 versions to choose from: the Taycan, the regular Taycan, the Taycan Turbo, and the Taycan Turbo S. Now, the Taycan in itself, the Porsche Taycan costs $150,000, and the Turbo S starts at $185,000. So very pricey for an electric car. The Taycan starts at $150,000, which is already more expensive than the highest Tesla on the market right now. So it's pretty pricey for an all-electric car at the moment. All of the models, the Taycan Turbo, and the Taycan Turbo S, all the Taycan models all have 100 kilowatts on them, which is actually the same amount of battery that's inside the Model S. Now the Taycan only gets around, I believe I read 220 miles, while the highest Tesla Model S Performance gets around 280 miles of range. Now, just so we have a comparison of where, in my opinion, the best electric car in the market right now, I'm just gonna say the Model S. So just something to compare it to. Now, the Model S Performance costs $105,000, and the highest end Porsche Taycan costs $185,000. So both cost a lot for the average person, obviously. Now, if you're really caring about startup speed here, which if you're caring about drag racing, you're just like a fast car, the Tesla goes from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, and the Taycan goes from 0 to 60 in 2.8. So on paper, that doesn't sound like a big difference whatsoever, but if you know anything about drag racing, you know that is quite impressive. The fact that you can go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds at all is kind of insane. Now, top speed on both cars is kind of the same. Batteries can't really, I guess at the time, the motors can't go faster than 161 miles an hour, which who needs to go that fast anyway. So honestly, I don't see this as a drawback for both cars being around the same maximum miles per hour. I find that perfectly fine. Now here's where the Taycan beats the Tesla, which is in charging speed. Now, Tesla's fastest superchargers, I guess, charge at around 200 kilowatts, and the Taycan charges at 270 kilowatts. So quite an impressive difference. But you got to remember that the highest end Tesla, the Tesla Model S Performance, costs $105,000 at everything selected, peak top model you can get, which is still $80,000 cheaper than the Porsche. Tesla has a huge supercharging network, so there's thousands upon thousands of superchargers all across the US, all across, I know Norway has some, Canada I'm not sure, Europe's gonna get some. So basically any country or state or region, whatever, that has Tesla is getting more and more superchargers every single day. Even by me, the closest supercharger next to me, even though I don't have a Tesla, I still look this up just so I know my area, I guess you could say. There was one 30 minutes away. Now there's only one, I think, about 15 minutes away, as of my knowledge. The Tesla Model S is for more of day-to-day use, even the Performance model. And due to the fact that it has that huge Tesla charging network, now Porsche isn't going to be able to use it. I guess they couldn't come to an agreement, or they're incompatible. I'm not really 100% sure, but Porsche can't use Tesla's charging network. So maybe, hopefully, in the future, we can have a global charging network, kind of like gas stations where anybody can charge anywhere, and it's all going to cost roughly around the same. Now, in my opinion, Porsche has been making cars for years and years and years and years, more built for the track, more built to handle smoothly around turns, more built to make those sharp turns, or make I know it's beating records on the track, even beating records faster than, I believe, the Tesla, just because it can handle better on those turns, it can brake better, it can just handle more smoothly, which in my opinion, to some people that's kind of important. To me, I'd rather take the autopilot rather than just handling better on the track, because I'm not going to be going around the track anytime soon. So now it's all going to change when the Tesla Roadster comes out, because the Roadster goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. That's 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds. Am I biased towards Tesla? Yes, of course. I love Elon Musk's works, his teams that make one of the first mass-produced electric cars for the average market. But I'm glad Porsche made an electric car. The only way a company will puts blood, sweat, and tears into making the best electric car they possibly can is obviously competition. Without competition, companies aren't going to grow. They're not going to. It's like, let's give an example. Like, let's say you're in a boxing match, and obviously, like, let's say you win like one match, and then and like nobody else wants to fight you. Like, there's no other opponent. Obviously, you're not going to be training as hard, but just because you have no competition, you're above everybody else. But if someone else comes and is making is doing the same amount of quality as work that you're doing, and that's getting more hits like as much as you're doing, you're both gonna start training immensely just to beat the one or the other. If you still don't think electric cars are the future, think of this quote by Elon Musk. When Henry Ford made cheap, reliable cars, people said, "Nah, what's wrong with a horse?" That was a huge bet he made, and it worked. Now, if it was up to me and money wasn't a problem, and I could have either or cars, I would still pick the Tesla. Due to the fact that they have the superchargers, due to the fact that they have autopilot, due to the fact that they're one of the safest cars on the planet as we speak. Like, the autopilot has been rated to be 2.5 times safer than human driving. I'm Tech Country, and I'm out. By the way, I'm holding this mic because someone called a sister, broke my microphone.